The news? Dun, 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 dun.
I've got terrible news.
Do we?
Nah, it's pretty good.
Dude, so if I'm completely honest, I haven't even looked at what you were like. Oh, hey, these are our topics for today. So
It's all.
I'm hoping I can just roll with the punches here and just float like a butterfly and steam like a beamer or something. What is it?
Dude, the Beamer is definitely going to be the midlife crisis car.
Dude, no, I saw one today. You know what? Stop talking.
We'll save this for our automobile podcast.
Yeah, it's
whipping it. We'll call it whipping it or gripping.
Dude, oh, that's it. We just that is now secured, trademarked.
Well, it's totally not, but we need to look that up.
Don't say that.
No, totally trademarked. Don't take it. We will sue. No, but okay. It's all pretty cut and dry stuff. You said, did you have one thing you want to talk about? You said, or wait, didn't we already talk about that? Was the Halo shit?
Yeah, the Halo thing.
Okay. All right, let's run through these things real quick. So the new Assassin's Creed is allegedly going to be called Origins. Allegedly be situated in Egypt, ancient Egypt.
Thank God.
So, and it's allegedly real.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely real. They didn't. They're not gonna have a. Yeah, they're not just gonna stop with.
And they did hint in Watch Dogs 2 about Egypt one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just glad they finally took a year off. The fact that they did all that they did year after year, 2 games a year. What they can do with a year off is probably gonna be pretty good.
I think that they more and more companies should realize that that's probably the better way to go with things. In my opinion, it's so much better. Nobody needs content every single freaking year. Call of Duty. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
It's gonna take some time for them to stop because they just keep making so much money.
Because it's so. I mean, I know that, and thanks to the normals, it's just gonna keep happening. It's ridiculous. Like, I just want them to know that. The more money, it's like whenever. Never mind, I can't say that out loud. No, I really can't say that out loud. I'm trying to think of like a good analogy that's not going to get me in trouble. Basically, the point is that you're not just gonna. Okay, it's like whenever. No, that's not a good one either. I don't know. I don't have one. Okay, but the point is that if you know something's gonna go south, you don't just keep pouring money into it. Just stop.
Yeah.
All these people, they're ruining it for us.
I totally agree. I think having that space. There's so many games coming out. And 2017, the first 5 months of 2017 are the best year for gaming in years. And so, like, you can afford to take a year off and, like, come back with a way more solid game that's going to build more goodwill, solidify your fan base. But some stuff, if they know they're going to make the money anyway, they just do it. And I understand that from a business aspect.
Right.
So it's just, you know.
It makes sense. Like I understand that if there's money there, you're gonna keep getting it, and that's the problem. People just keep giving you money. They're just like, oh wait, how much do you want now? $100,000. Here you go. Like, stop it. And because of that, they're just like, it doesn't. I mean, what was it? So I just found this out. I didn't know that this was an actual thing. So the Mighty Number 9, right?
Yeah.
The Mighty Number 9. There's a documentary on whenever they made it. It was a horrible success. It really was a horrible success now that I think about it, because they made a load of money off of it, but it was a horrible game. But in the documentary, apparently, like, the director, he was like, I don't care if it's perfect. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be in there. Like, that's the only thing. It just needs to be in there. It doesn't need to be perfect. Therefore, because they knew the money was there, no matter what, they were like, as long as it has remnants of this, I don't even know what they were talking about. As long as it has remnants of it, it's good enough. That's it. And that's like what it is. It's like, as long as you have the word call or of or duty in the name, you know the money's going to be there. That's the only thing you need.
Yeah. But and the thing is at this point, unless a Call of Duty game has something truly gripping, if it calls back to that Modern Warfare and that Modern Warfare 2, like,
yes,
that aesthetic or that, like, level of gameplay polish, I'll buy it. But other than that, I mean, I'm gonna pass on it because I know it's more of the same, and it's not gonna be too crazy. Like it's just gonna be a solid shooter, but nothing
Nothing else.
Nothing too much more.
I mean, it's just. I really like the Assassin's Creed franchise. I actually really do. It's just whenever they, like, it doesn't need to be, especially whenever. I hate to say it, but time is only like they're gonna run out of things in history to go back through.
Yeah,
It's gonna happen. Eventually, people are just not. They're gonna be like, "Oh, hey, remember whenever there was that king of like, I don't know, South Africa and stuff?" And they're gonna be like, "Yeah, we're gonna explain that story." It's like nobody cares about that one, dude.
no, you know what they're gonna do is the next one will take place in the 80s, then it'll take place in the 90s, then the early 2000s. By then it'll be 2020. They'll do one in the 2010s, and just like constantly keep it going.
Yep. It's
probably not, but they could.
I mean, no, it would not surprise me at all if they're just like, no, so it's gonna be Assassin's Creed set in the future, and everybody's like, no, that's no. Like, you only need to do, man. I'm down with one. Like, this is getting extreme, but I'm down with one Assassin's Creed every 5 years, for crying out loud. How many years do we wait between Elder Scrolls games? Like, it's forever and a decade. I mean, it's not that terribly long, but it's still a long time. Like, we can deal with Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty. I know this is an Assassin's Creed topic, but Call of Duty, we can do the same thing, and Battlefield and other games.
I agree, man. I agree. Wait at least 2, but these yearly franchises just wait 2 years. Like, it's going to be higher quality games.
Right.
And in the long run, it's going to be better. You're not going to get burned out, and you're not going to burn your fans out. But
everybody's burned. Everybody.
Yeah. Everything burns, dude.
Buck, what do you think?
About what?
About Assassin's Creed.
I just don't want to deal with them anymore, dude. I gave up. I really did.
Didn't you give up a Black Flag?
I enjoyed Black Flag, honestly, because it was a little bit different than the rest of them, where you just go into a place, kill a guy, go to another place, kill a guy, blah blah. At least I had the ship that I could do some fun stuff with cannons that I never left one time, and that was about it. So I really didn't. I just sat on the thing, making it big, and then I got everything for it. I was like, okay, there's nothing to do now. And that was it. That was my career.
Makes sense.
All right.
Next.
Far Cry 5 is allegedly going to take place in the Wild West in Montana.
Yeah, so this is whenever I hear things like that, I'm thinking, so this is Red Dead Revolver?
Yeah, that's
I mean, Redemption, not Revolver, Redemption. Whoops.
That's what I thought too. And if they release in the same year, that might be bad probably for Far Cry, not for Red Dead. But the more I thought about it, I was like, this actually makes a lot of sense for Far Cry.
How?
Just because you're in a big open world, and you do whatever you want, and you have to like hunt animals for their skins and their hides and whatnot to build your like
pelts.
Their pelts, etc. And like, I think it'll work. I think it'll be really cool, because that like Far Cry 3 and on, I need to go back and check out 1 and 2 more, because I've heard, I mean, they're highly regarded, but the 3 and on gameplay is like so sick. Like I love that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, you're in this big area, and you like take over the outposts, and like you're just surviving, just like swimming through with like just a knife, and like stealth taking out everybody and all that shit. Like hiding in the bushes. Like it's so cool.
Can you do that again, please? Do that with your hand.
Like
just
like.
Okay,
you know,
stealth killing guys in the bush.
Yeah, it's really cool, and I think Montana Wild West is unexpected, but I think it'll work. Do I wish it was another Far Cry 3? Yes, but Montana will work.
I don't know. I want it to be an exotic place, and I realize like this is bad. I know, but I realize that like Montana's not exotic to us, but to other people, like people in Russia or something, it's exotic to them. They've never seen Russia. I mean, Russia. They've never seen Montana.
Oh,
but at the same, I don't know. I want it to be like Indonesia or something. I don't know.
But isn't that close enough to Nepal, which they did in 4? You know what
Indonesia, I mean, yes, but they're completely different climates.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah, no, this is a fact.
It's going to be the same environment, but like one's hot and one's cold. Which is different, but at the same time, it's not.
But see, you say the same environment, but the temperatures literally change the entire environment. Are you looking at a map or a globe right now?
No, I'm trying to think. Do we have a lesser known?
Yeah, I got one. Don't worry
okay.
about
Well, I was just trying to look at my shelf and try to think of one.
I got you.
Okay.
I knew that we didn't have one, but that's why I didn't say anything. But anyways, though, I mean, like, whatever. God dang airplanes. But I apologize. Hold.
There's a war going on.
Did I ever... oh God! Do you hear those? No, I'm joking.
Just shelter.
Don't joke about that, dude. It could be real any moment now, dude.
I mean, yes, but that's not the point. The point is that I don't think that we have the same little like alarms as they did in like World War II. I'm sure nowadays we'll just get an emergency text message.
Oh my God! Shut up.
Shelter in place.
Can't Trump text everybody in the nation at will?
That ad on
Twitter.
Oh. Yeah. Moving on.
So, oh crap. I mean, I want an exotic place. I understand that, like, to other people that is exotic, but it's not exotic enough for me. I want to chase after sharks. Damn it.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's normally a lot of shark chasing in Far Cry.
Yes.
Okay. Well, so I think we touched on Call of Duty enough, but World War II is official. I think the name, you don't call it just WW2. Like, that was a weak name. I mean, it looks promising. Am I going to buy it? No. But changing up at least.
I don't really have anything to say about that.
Yeah.
Okay, next. So Nintendo, they announced a piece of hardware that I thought would be very divisive and very hated upon. And people are actually digging it. And
no, we talked about this already on this podcast, eh?
Did we?
Yes, definitely. And I quote,
this specific one or just the idea of it?
No, we didn't talk about this specific one, but we talked about the idea of it and how it would change things.
Yeah.
But, okay, time out. I take that back. We would have talked about that if this was not the very first episode of this podcast.
True.
If this was like, I don't know,
episode 24.
Yeah, the 24th episode or so, we probably would have talked about it like episode 20 or something. Because I specifically remember thinking, right now, Buck would enter the room and go, wouldn't it be cool if there was a 3DS that only displayed 2D but also had the clamshell design? That way you could fit it into your pocket? And I went, yes.
It is a good idea. And Nintendo's doing it. So I thought people were going to shit on the new 2DS XL, like super hardcore. But it was a pretty mild to positive reception. And I mean, I definitely see why they're doing it. Because at this point, if you don't have a Switch, but you don't have a 3DS, like you're holding out for those last $50 that they need to knock off the price, or $100 they need to knock off the price. So it's like that last audience they're grasping, and fuck it, man, they should have done this from the beginning. Like they
should have. Yes.
Yeah. And
you're missing one word in this entire thing.
Sexy.
Starts with no. It
it's
starts
a
with
sexy device.
You're right. It does start with an S, and it is a group of people known as this word. Starts with an
sexual device.
No.
A beautiful device.
A group of people, dude.
The Sacagaweans.
That was one person.
Oh yeah, you're right. The Saskatchewans. Soothsayers.
We already made this claim. We told them to do this in episode 20.
Oh yeah. Well, if this wasn't our first episode, I would have remembered that we're the soothsayers.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's true. I forgot that this is. I keep forgetting that. I forgot that we had pre-recordings before this recording.
Yeah, it was one long episode 0.
Right.
No, but yeah. Good idea, Nintendo. Shout out and such, and you're welcome.
I really think it's a cool little design too. I really want to buy one, but I don't want to spend the money on it because I already have a 3DS, so and a Switch. But it's a cool design though. You can't get over that design.
Yeah.
The clamshell, it's just yeah.
What sucks?
Clamshell.
Yeah, dude.
In America, it's only that black and baby blue, and then in Japan they have like that white and orange. And I wish they would have had that white and orange in America.
That's what I'm thinking. So I'm really hoping that they come out with a whole bunch of variations of this one. You know, which I'm sure that they will, but it makes me nervous because at the same time I feel like this is. I'm not going to say a gimmick, but I feel like it's a gimmick where it's just like they're trying to get out in front to make more profit before. Not saying that the 3DS is just going to stop, but to try to like, I don't know, before it just comes to an end. Because the 3DS is coming to the end of its lifespan. It has to be. They have to be closing it down shortly. Maybe either A, to continue it on, or B, to stop it and only have the Switch.
No, this is their last-ditch effort to get any remaining people that didn't want to spend enough for a 3DS. Exactly. And they're not going to spend enough for a Switch. And like this is what they're going to use to grab that budget market for years to come, you know.
And that's why I'm hoping though that whenever that happens, that they still have enough. They projected it out long enough time to where they can still have multiple models of multiple colors and stuff. I think Nintendo is best whenever they have. Nintendo always makes personalized systems, if that makes sense. Like your Switch, you can switch out the Joy-Cons and stuff like that. You can make it your own.
I want those yellow ones.
See, I want a yellow one with a red one and be walking around like freaking McDonald's or something. Anyways, though, but I just think that whenever you can personalize and make a Nintendo product your own, that's what makes Nintendo special, because that is like you can't really do that with. I mean, Microsoft attempted it with the faceplates on the 360, which I'll be honest, were actually kind of cool for like 2 weeks, and then it just got.
You can make your own controllers now, or like design
that too, and which that's kind of cool. But the problem is that you can only make like elite controllers. I think they're really expensive, and you might as well just buy one that's a plain Jane one and call it a day. That's just my opinion though. I think that it's better whenever you can have a thing and be like, dude, look at this 2DS, like this one's awesome, it has this and that on it, and they're like, oh hey, look at that, but look at mine, let's have a duel. Yeah,
duel.
I think that you recorded you pressing the button. Like, I heard the sound of you pressing the mute button.
He's still talking. Uh-oh.
Oh, wait, no, you muted yourself, idiot. We can't hear you.
Oh, wait, did it not mute when I was munching on the Cheez-Its?
No, but we never heard that.
Oh, shit.
I thought you
I was trying to mute it so I could eat real quick.
Butman just said, he's still talking. I was like, wait, why can't we hear you?
Oh, that was a massive fail.
Good thing this is our first episode, boys.
Yep.
Yeah. Work out these kinks.
Yeah.